Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining Ranger 4's webcast, DevOps Mastery. Your presenter today is Daniel Breston, Chief of Transformations and Mastery here at Ranger 4. As mentioned earlier, please write any questions you may have in the chat box or use the question function in your GoToWebinar control panel, and they'll be answered at the end. I'll now pass it over to Daniel.
Thank you, Priyanka. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this webcast, and let's get started. So today, I'm going to briefly talk about why DevOps and why I feel that everyone is starting to get on board. And then we'll dive into the specifics of the course, who it's for, and the other courses that are available from the DevOps Institute and Ranger 4. And finally, we'll show you links as to how you can book the course. Any questions that you have along the way, please use the question box on your screen, and we'll get to them at the end. Very happy to spend time on questions, and you can send me emails or talk to our team to be able to help you. So what's different about DevOps? So it's not often that I commend Google, but their Google Trends tool is actually quite interesting. And if you track over time how DevOps is starting to really grab the attention of the planet, this graph shows that. And I love visual management, how it climbs and how it's continuing to climb. And if you put other terms into here like IT service management or Agile or Lean, they are not going as fast as DevOps, that development to operational aspect of using technology, that idea to realizational aspect of using technology to make an organization better, faster, safer. And the course itself, the whole concept of thinking about idea to realization, of developing an idea and making it operational, it's new to a lot of organizations, and because of that, you need to have the right coaching, or at least the possibility of being able to coach and be able to obtain a foundation level of knowledge. And that's what we're doing with the DevOps Institute, which I'll mention in a couple of slides, and within ourselves at Ranger 4. The target is for people that are new to DevOps. The target is for people that want to use their skills in such a way that they develop a common language, a common way of working, a common philosophy of being able to tell each other what we mean when we say release or deployment or continual improvement or feedback. It's a way to get everyone throughout the organization, your technical people, your business people, your suppliers, all involved in what is DevOps to your organization. Which is paramount to getting that collaboration and communication right, which is the one of the main components of success for DevOps transformation. Now, the DevOps Institute, which I've mentioned, is a group of individuals from across the planet that have gotten together and worked hard to create courses, the first of which is the DevOps Foundation course. It's a 2-day course, 16 hours in total. It's available in your organization. It's available as a public course, and it's available online. And if you take it online and you have questions, there is the opportunity to get a mentor from Ranger 4 to be able to help you. The course is $1,200 per student. There's a slightly different rate for online people that we can explain to you. And for public courses or private, it's 4 to 20 students per class. And we try to limit the size because we get some good discussions going in these courses, and that discussion needs to be able to be facilitated through those 2 full days. This is a agenda for the course, day 1, day 2. So introductions, obviously, a more detailed explanation of why DevOps, what we as the industry believe the current definition of DevOps is, that collaboration and communication movement to best enable the use of technology in an organization, the people, the processes, and all the fun stuff. The principles and values associated with DevOps, the way that DevOps works with other frameworks, such as Agile, such as ITIL or COBIT, such as Lean. So those other movements, those other frameworks that are available that are an integral part of making DevOps a success. Leading then to that culture within DevOps, that collaboration and communication, the use of visual management, the use of trying to do things in a cadence that is matched by your business and customer requirements and needs. Some homework, a little bit of studying and reading to do before you come back, have a review. Some exercises that are sprinkled throughout day 1, and we continue doing some live exercises into day 2, which helps you to understand the organizational considerations and impact. Not only how you might want to create teams, but also the organizational impact and considerations for how you manage yourself, how people will manage and interface with you or even your suppliers. And that's further developed as we talk about some of the DevOps practices of continuous integration, testing, what is a release, when is it safe to deploy. And DevOps is facilitated by automation. So what do we mean by DevOps automation? What type of tool chain do you need? Because there's not a one tool product that's going to get you from the wishes to the requirements to the justification to the development to the testing to the approval of what's about to be released. Get that ready to be deployed, allow it to be deployed, and then being able to support it. So that whole tool chain and needs to be discussed and appreciated as you start to apply DevOps across the value chain of using technology. And that will help you enable and adopt your DevOps culture throughout your organization. There's an exam review. And if you want to take the exam in the public course or in your private course, at the end of the course, we can invigilate that. Ranger 4 are invigilated certified. We can do that, or you can go online. Another course that is new and we're starting up now is Certified Agile Service Management. So taking things like IT service management and applying Agile practices, thinking to that. How do you take your change management process, release, deploy, test, and put it all into something that's very sensible and easy to use across your organization? How do you integrate incident management, problem management into a resolution process? What are the things that you can adopt and adapt from other frameworks and practices like Kanban? How can you use Scrum to help you really make your processes that you're trying to align with the business, or take business processes that you're now trying to enable with technology in an iterative fashion such that you get that feedback quickly as to what's working and what's not working. And that will help you improve the way that you do Agile process improvement in a way that's matched to the organization, and also enable you as you continue your process design. And while that process is there, you're always going to want to improve it, which means that you're always going to be designing and designing again to continue getting that improvement in. So that whole iterative cycle of plan, do, check, adjust is part of this course. It also is a 2-day course, has a similar type of outline as the DevOps Foundation. Obviously the material is a little different. It it uses a lot of the information that you'll find in the Agile Manifesto and also the Scrum guides. So again, a close affiliation with those organizations. And that leads on to the Certified Agile Process Owner. That's a course that's in development now and should be coming to us very soon for your use in your organization. The actual exam process is a 40-question multiple choice exam. The questions are rated such that you're not only going to be testing your knowledge, you're going to be testing your understanding. So you might have, what is the definition of DevOps? And you'll have 4 different options. And you might have a different question such as, can you do DevOps? And that would be testing your knowledge that you don't do DevOps. You enable the various ways of doing organizational culture, process improvement, and automation in such a way that you improve over time. So it's those type of questions that are on the exams. You have to get a 65% pass mark. It is proctored. Again, we can invigilate if it's a live course. Otherwise, you can go online and PeopleCert will watch you via your webcam. And for that 1 hour that you have to take the exam, we'll make sure that your exam is done in a safe environment such that you're okay and you get your results as quickly as possible. This is the DevOps Institute, and in the lower left-hand corner is Helen Beal, so you can see that we're fully integrated into this. For those of you who've read the Phoenix Project, you'll see that the very first picture is Jim Kim, and there are very many other people here from the IT service management world, the Agile world, the Lean world, that are all trying to help the DevOps Institute and all of the registered reps across the world give you that type of DevOps mastery that it will enable you to be better, faster, safer in your use of technology. You can go to this website, www.ranger4.com/DevOps-training, and register there for any of the courses. You can see our public schedule for the DevOps Foundation course, the Certified Agile Service Management courses, and when we put the Agile Process Owner, we will let the community know via our newsletters. So you can register for a newsletter on the site as well. The next public class is the 15th and 16th of March. It's in London. I hope to see you there. I will be the facilitator and instructor for that course. The last one we had was a lot of fun, actually. We ended up spending a lot of time discussing exactly how do you get DevOps, PMO, testing, QA, all across the value stream working together. And by the time the course was done, everyone had takeaways, not just course material to pass an exam. So that's the goal of these courses. I'd like to thank you all. I realize that was a little fast. The goal is to get everybody DevOps-tastic. And if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to have Priyanka work me through those and help you get a further understanding. So please ask questions and I can go back to any point in this. Priyanka?
Thanks, Daniel. One question, how much DevOps knowledge does one need to have before they start the course?
I would suggest that you don't need to have any knowledge, actually. The course will give you the basic knowledge of what is DevOps. The pre-reading material is a few pages of how DevOps has come about, and then you get a 2-page glossary of terms, which is very simple to read. And then when we're in the course, we spend a lot of time getting everybody onto the same type of vocabulary, explaining what the different values and principles are so that when you leave, you have a good foundation knowledge of DevOps that you can take back into your organization, and even a few things that you can try.
Okay, great, thanks. Do you do the course in Germany?
We can do the course in Germany if we're asked. We won't do it in German, but if you're happy with text British accent coming to you, I'm more than happy to go to Germany. You all have great beer.
Okay. Do you have to do the DevOps Foundation course before the CASM course?
You do not. They're independent courses. They rely on each other, so we'll talk about the concepts in both courses. The Certified Agile Service Management course is really a deep dive into that, and you can do it independently.
Okay. And do you guys offer the course online, and if so, how long?
The course is offered online, and because it's offered online, it's over a period of time that you set when you register yourself. So you buy the opportunity to take the course within a certain time frame, which allows you then to do the course at your convenience. It's one person per course. So you don't get necessarily an interaction with other people while you're taking the course. And if you want that type of interaction, I would suggest a private or a public course. Otherwise, you can ask for a mentor to be come to you and talk to you about things, and we're more than happy to be that mentor.
Okay. Is this course useful for VMware administrators?
Yes, because the VMware administrator or any tool person across the entire life cycle needs to be able to understand how to integrate with all the other parts, how to integrate with the testing part, how to integrate with business and users, how to understand what's happening in the development world to support them. So it's very applicable to many roles within the organization.
Mhm. What can you do to help us if we have already started DevOps but need some more help?
The course itself will give you a common language and vocabulary. The course will give you some ideas. If you want to have more discussion, Ranger 4 has a range of activities that we can do, from coming in and doing a cultural maturity assessment, tool chain reviews, giving you a DevOps liftoff so that your management team can help describe what the strategy is and then work with people to get that in, value stream process mapping exercises to try to align strategy, indicators of key performance, metrics training, all kinds of stuff that we can do to help facilitate the DevOps journey.
Okay. What happens if I fail the course?
You never fail, you defer your success. So one of the things about DevOps is that you change your way of thinking. So I've taken lots of exams. I've always passed at some point. I think that this is just an opportunity to do it again. You would have to buy the exam again. The exam comes with the course when you buy it the first time. If you need to defer your success and try again, then you buy that and you take the course again.
Okay.
And we're always there. We're always there to help you understand where you might have had an issue. We won't see the exam that you take, so we won't be able to tell you exactly the question that you missed your opportunity with, but we can try to explain things further so that the next time you take it, you are successful.
Okay. What if I'm not a native English speaker?
Currently, right now, if you're not a native English speaker, the option is to let us know as early as possible before you register for the exam, and we will work with you to give you extra time. So the normal exam is 60 minutes. People that are non-English speaking or not quite comfortable with English can ask for another 15 minutes. There is a movement to try to get these courses into other languages.
Okay. And last question, are there any references for the course?
the information on our website is probably the best reference. Otherwise, you could go to the DevOps Institute website, and they also have references there.
Okay, that's all for the questions. Thank you, Daniel, for presenting today's session. A follow-up email will be sent with today's slides and recording. So thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Thank you, everybody.